Is brought to you by the Pro Fight Shop in Hollywood. Radio Rahim with America's favorite trainer, Freddie Roach, at the latest addition to the Wild Card Boxing Gym. Is Cotto the first one to train down here?
Yes. I finished construction a half hour before he showed up. I was actually getting ready upstairs for him because I didn't think I was going to finish. But we got it in, and he's been here every day.
Now, of course, because of all the fanfare, television exposure, Pacquiao, the place upstairs is jam-packed. And now down here, is this like an exclusive gym just for the superstars?
Yeah, basically, you know, I need a little separation with the guys with big fights coming up. I have 4 title fights between now and November, so I'm training Miguel down here, Ruslan Pernavakov, Vanes Matarosian, and Pacquiao. I'm going to have the Philippines to that. But Pacquiao came and saw the gym. He came by one day to visit Miguel in training. He wanted to watch Miguel train. He loved the gym also. So it's really good asset for me because it's really hard to close the gym down upstairs, you know, when the big shots come in, when the big guys come in. So this makes it a little bit easier for us. And it's nice atmosphere. A little small for me today, but you know, you guys are okay.
Any chance that it's so nice we're going to lure Pacquiao back for a few weeks of training?
Oh, Pacquiao loves the gym and stuff like this, but the thing is we can't deal with the jet lag because, you know, the Philippines are only an hour and a half flight away from Macau. So why deal with jet lag when you don't have to? So it'd be foolish for me to do that. But he will be back here after this fight. He's not done with America. I don't see that coming.
Now, you just listed off 4 big title fights you have coming up. When you got with Miguel Cotto, it's interesting because he was an opponent before. Obviously, you were victorious, you and Manny. How did it come about that you ended up training him for this fight?
I get a phone call, and I said, "Hello, Fred, this is Miguel Cotto." I said, "Yeah, sure." Like, you know, I was thinking, like, I didn't say it, I just in my mind. And he says, "Hey," he says, "I've got like 3-4 fights left in me. Can you help me?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "If you want to work, I can help." So, because he's an excellent fighter, he has great credentials, and just watching him fight, I can see like he was getting away from what he used to do with the body shots and left hooks to the body and so forth. So I just say, if I can bring back the old Miguel Cotto and bring him back and get him a lot fresher. So, see, a lot of these guys, I think they don't understand when they get older. It's not really that great to work it just as hard as you did when you were younger. Sometimes you got to back off a little bit, you know. So instead of running 6 days a week, he runs 3 days a week. Now the other 3 days, though, we do cardio machines and so forth, and we don't have the wear and tear of the hills and the pounding of the cement and those hard runs. You know, there's a fine line there, you know, between being overtrained or undertrained, especially because he's only 32, but I'm not. Age in boxing is not really a number. It's how many fights you've been in, and he's been in a lot of tough fights and so forth. So I didn't think that he needed that grind, you know. So we put him on a better diet. We put him on a better schedule. He's only 2 pounds overweight yet last night after training, and this is as close as he's ever been. And you know, his activity level is getting better and better. I got guys punching. We did 800 punches on the mitts, 8 rounds, 800 punches in the mitts last week, and then on sparring day we're up to 400 in sparring. And I just I told him, okay, now I want the sparring sessions to get a little higher. I know it's a lot different than the mitts, of course, because fighting opponents, the guy's moving and so forth. But the thing is, 400 is okay, but I know he can do better. I say, yeah, remember, you can do 800 with me. Don't pace yourself. Just go.
Now, see, that and having that kind of experience and knowledge about where fighters are in their career is absolutely priceless. When you hear a guy like Cotto, he's lost a couple of tough fights in a row, you know, Trout, Mayweather. He even talked about retirement. What do you need to do for him mentally to let him know that there's still not just 4 fights ahead of him, but 4 good fights, maybe better fights than he's seen in the past?
You know, what I've done for him so far, just by the road work and the conditioning and the diet and just changing everything, and being in the West Coast for the first time ever, training on the West Coast. I think everything we've done so far is he is so happy with it. I mean, the thing is, he's never felt this way in a training camp ever, he told me. He's never had this, the weight's never been this close. He's never really thrown to be boxing as well as he does. I mean, he's really come a long way since day one till now. I mean, he came in there, 174, I think it was, when he got here. he weighed 2 pounds over yesterday after workout. I mean, he's not just making weight for fights like he was doing for a while. What he's doing is he's getting ready for a fight. And made the weight's coming off by itself. And that's what the big thing is. A lot of guys just have to maintain the thing about making weight, and that's the biggest problem. Starving yourself and missing meals over. So I told him last night, you got to eat more. He says, I'm eating as much as I can. So that's a good sign, of course. So the thing is, his work ethic is great. I love working with him, and I think we're going to see a real good fight in Delvin Rodriguez, and then I'm looking for bigger and better things down the road, though. I didn't just take this fight for one fight.
It's interesting you say that, because in this game we all know that fighters change trainers sometimes. You never know where the blame lies. He was with Pedro Diaz, and now he's with you, and you've got a different strategy. But what doesn't usually happen is when the camp breaks up, guys don't immediately go and face their previous camp members. Obviously, what's happened with Pacquiao and Rios, Alex Ariza and you. How does Alex Ariza end up in the Rios camp, and how do you feel about that?
Well, best of luck to him. Chavez fired him for some reason. I wasn't there. I'm not training Chavez anymore. But Manny Pacquiao, I wanted Manny to go back to the old ways, to stretching himself and just getting ready. Let's go back to the old days, because I didn't think that Manny really needed a strength and conditioning coach, because they really didn't do nothing with him anyway. I mean, Manny's his own machine. Manny would tell everybody, I'm going to run the hills today. He has his own schedule. So, and then why Chavez fired him, I have no idea. But but the thing is, I think strength and conditioning coaches sometimes they're overrated, and thing is, I felt that there was no need for it, and so I had talked with Manny, and Manny agreed with me, and that was it. Then he goes work with Brandon Rios. I wish him best luck. I have no problem with him. He needs to pay the bills too.
Right. No one would begrudge him for continuing his career, but to immediately then face Manny Pacquiao, who gave him his start, who gave him not his start, but at least made him a star, as you did. Is there any sense of betrayal there? Any sense of treachery?
Well, the thing is, all you gotta do is ask my fighters. Is my heart still in it? Just ask Miguel, Manny, Ruslan, ask them, and they'll give you the right answer. And the thing is, all this stuff on Facebook, these guys, they spend their whole day like they must have no lives at all, because all I hear about is what they say about me on that Twitter and stuff like this, But I don't read Twitter, so I don't really care.
Now, there was a report that went out that disturbed everybody for a few days that Manny had injured himself playing basketball.
Well, that's always a possibility in basketball. That's why we have a rule. He can't play 4 weeks before the fight. But we're more than 4 weeks out right now, so he didn't break the rule. But the thing is that is the danger of playing basketball. But he loves the sport, and I'm happy to see him get back at it, because he gave that up for a while, and I thought that was one of the things he shouldn't have gave up, because I like the sprints, the running and so forth, and he loves the game.
So this thing won't affect the fight in any way? You don't think it'll affect the training camp? The injury will be healed by then?
From what I'm told, it's just very, very minor injury, and he'll be fine by the time I get there. Sparring starts, and we go back. Then basketball stops, and we go to work.
Thank you, Freddie. Radio Rahim with Freddie Roach at the new Wild Card Boxing Gym.